My name's Josiah.
My name's Alyssa.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ben.
And for our project, we decided to do the dice game. We picked a game called Fig. So starting off, we just initialize some of our variables and set the scores and stuff to 0. And then we have some nested functions that we go through to use later. This one updates the text in our center box that you'll see later on. It'll show like what the player rolled and what their score is and stuff.
And then for this next function, it's going to show up the Fortnite Victory Royale sound for whoever wins the game out of player 1 and 2.
Alright, and then in this switch player function, which is the startup function, I added these so that the dice images load into the game and they both show as ones when the game is run, and as well as the background image.
And then for this next function, it's going to be the images, like the background. Whenever you load the game up through App Designer, the images are going to load right away.
This is just our start button, so we're setting scores to 0. We're setting the player to player 1. The game starts, and it displays a little message that says the game started.
Alright, and now this is the show rules button, which when pressed, it'll have a drop down of all the rules, and then that button will then say hide rules. You click it again, and it hides the rules.
Yeah, so when you roll the button, it plays an audio file of dice rolling, and then you have the dice animation rolling. And then the actual game plays here as well. So you have 2 dice, they're just random numbers. If dice A and dice 1 are both 1, your bank is set to 0 and your turn is over. If either one of them are 1, then just your round score is set to 0 and then your turn is over. Otherwise, any other number, your dice are added together with your round score, and that's how the game is scored.
And then here is the hold button where the player has the option to keep their score and switch turns. It also, as you'll see right here, is where it banks them and then it adds it to the round history so that we can see the history of scores from each turn between each player. And then that's it, so let's play it.
Okay, so this is how the game first looks when you load it in, and then the show rules button is in the top right. And just click that.
A player rolls the dice until they roll a 1 or decide to stop rolling. Number 2, when a player stops their turn, if they did not roll any 1s, then the total points are banked. Number 3, if a 1 is rolled, that player loses all points from that turn and their turn is over. Number 4, if 2 1s are rolled, then the player's entire score is set to 0. 5, first player to reach 100 points wins.
Alright, so we'll be team 1 and then they'll be team 2. So first we'll hit start. You'll notice it prompts says the game has started and it prompts the player 1 to roll. So we'll roll 7. I think we'll keep going. 16. One more.
Nice.
23. We'll hold that.
And you'll see when we hold, it updates the round and our total score is set here.
So then now it's our turns where we'll hit roll. And then this is a special function, as we said, when you get Snake Eyes, it sets your entire score to 0, so if we had any points, they would have all gone away.
So now it's back to player 1's turn. We will roll 2 3s, keep going. 11, maybe one more.
Nice.
You can hold.
Hold on that.
Now it's players 2's turn again.
5, 12. You guys want to keep
Roll
going?
again.
Alright, we go
23, hold that. So notice this goes back and forth until, see a little more.
Oh no! So now you'll see, look, our entire score was reset to 0.
Because of the double
ones.
ones. And now it's player 2's turn.
We're going to roll again. We're going to roll again. And then we're going to hold.
Alright, 44 points.
We can come back from this, don't worry.
14. 14. Gotta keep going.
We just gotta keep
I said
rolling.
one more.
Yeah.
32.
Oh.
Let me take that. We take that or one more?
I think we take that.
Okay.
Just play it safe.
Okay. Roll for player 2.
Roll again.
14.
Roll again.
We're gonna roll again.
Oh my goodness.
They're going for
Oh! So it's our turn, player one's turn. We're at 84 points. We just rolled a 6. So all we need is 10 points and then we'll win. Otherwise, they need 15 and then they'll win.
So we roll.
And we roll the 1.
Roll the 1, says player 2's turn.
Should we roll again?
Alright,
Roll
9.
Roll again, yeah.
Roll again.
Oh, we should hold that.
16, hold.
And player 2 won.
So there we go. Shows,
It shows our little dialogue there. It says player 2 wins.
and then you'll notice the audio from.
Fortnite victory round when you
Yeah.
win.
Awesome.
And
Thank
that's our
you.
game.